Okay, we're starting off today with a Naya midrange list. This is a donation deck list from... So Michael Benson asked me to, as a donation, make him a Naya deck. And this is where I ended up. I figured Deafening Clarion and Brontodon work really nicely together. We've got the Shalai Lyra package, just as absurd, like, late game, that a lot of aggressive decks can't beat. We've got the Ixalan's bindings to win a bunch of mid-range mirrors. So, curious to see how this performs. I'm taking it for a friendly league, since this is obviously not the most competitive deck list in the world, but it seems solid. Pretty happy to be giving it a try. This is a fine hand. We just need a third land, and then we've got Jadelight to find the fourth land. Some removal. As long as we're not against, like, mono red. Ooh, steam vents. However does one beat a steam vents? Where is my Teferi? I loved my Teferi. That was... As far as non-lands go, that was a pretty good draw, I'm not gonna lie. That one can go into my graveyard, because that is also not a land. Come on. Third land. Nexus of Fate entered the revealed card zone. Firemind's Research. Oh my... What is happening? What is our life today? Jeez. Opponent is going off over there. Imagine if we get Ixalan's binding that Firemind's Research anytime soon. Instead we're just going to miss land drops forever. Perfect start to the day. We've got some free twos. Maybe they don't have any removal. Yep. Oh my lord. On a plus note, we are really good at answering these. We have 4 Brontodons in the main deck. In the sideboard we have like a couple Night of Autumns too. That is technically Naya. That is indeed technically Naya Lassie. Maybe I should have done that. That sounds kind of sweet. Honestly. Green-white tokens with Frenzy. I would like a third land, please. Are they playing the Storm deck? I don't think so. Maybe they are, but I'd be a bit surprised. Thank you! Thank you, deck. You're so giving. You work so hard for me. Also, why is there a... Sorry about the noise outside. It'll calm down in a sec. I think I just want to play the Brontodon. It's like really hard for them to kill with the 4 toughness. I think I just want the creature that's like hardest for them to kill and play rather than digging for lands here. Gosh, convoke with I mean we did that in draft, right? We convoked like a couple spells off the top in draft because of Frenzy. It gets like pretty awkward though because you don't know how many creatures you want to tap and how many you want to attack with because you don't know like what cards you're seeing underneath as you convoke things out, so it gets pretty weird. They're drawing a card with the Firemind's Research and they have conceded. Well, our opponent successfully rolled over and died, so that's nice. Did I see Caleb's Belcher Frenzy deck? I did not. Was it any good, Alessia? Right. Kinda want Vivien. Kinda don't hate the idea of Carnage Tyrants. They have to be better than something in our deck right now. Just like take out these Clarions. Take out this Lava Coil. Maybe just trim on Lyras. Since they're kind of expensive and we're bringing in these Tyrants. Yeah, you're not sure how I did overall? Okay. I'd be interested to see it. Like, I am on board with Frenzy decks. -4 Street Ray, +4 Frenzy. Okay. Don't know what else to cut. Maybe we just trim a Lightning Strike. They're like not the worst, but come green-white mid-range, since we don't really need the red removal here. I can't remember who posted it. I think it was Ross Merriam posted a list on Twitter that was like Vintage Frenzy. Also, I'm not convinced this hand can win games. I think I'm going to keep anyway, because I'm not convinced going to 5 cards is great either. Yeah, the Fast Bond Frenzy deck. Oh my god. Real talk. I wouldn't mind trying out just like Exploration Frenzy and Legacy. Whoa. I want my Lightning Strikes back in my deck. I guess Goblin Electromancer was to be expected out of the sideboard, but I was clearly not prepared. I don't know, like, could you just put a Frenzy in lands with all the explorations? Because that sounds adorable. You can, like, cast your Mox Diamonds off the top, discarding the lands from your hand that do nothing because the Frenzy's in play. Whoa, our opponent's on the beatdown plan. What on earth? Talk about transformational sideboarding, yo. Alright, kinda have to Lightning Strike this. It's annoying that they can just get it back pretty easily, but we're actually losing the race at the moment. Fairly convincingly. Loam with Frenzy is kind of weird, huh? You can, like, still loam back cycle lands and cycle the cycle lands to get through your cards off the top, which is kind of weird. Like, cycle lands with Frenzy sounds delightful to me. I think I'm going to attack here, now that we've got the Shalai sitting back. They could have a Lava Coil, I guess, and then get in 2 damage, but I'm not too concerned about that. Blink of an eye. That's decent. It's like possible I just want to make the game go as long as possible because of the Carnage Tyrants. So maybe I'm just meant to be playing as defensively as I can and holding back the Lieutenant. Yeah, Frenzy is bizarre. Frenzy is a very bizarre card. Okay, we have encountered a problem. It's almost tempting to block just to gain 2. We're getting run over by their sideboard plan, like, fairly convincingly here. Obviously stumbling on lands didn't help, but I might just have to hold this back to block with this turn. I think that's likely the case. Oh, we are definitely boarding these Lava Coils in for the next game. The clean answers to the Phoenix. Help us kill the Electromancer too. I don't think we want, like, the expensive Angels so much in this matchup. Sick. Alright. Just fire off this Branchwalker. Lightning Strike. That's reasonable, but I kind of want to hit lands. I feel like just finding lands is really good for us. And I'm going to hold back my Shalai. We lose the race really, really effectively if we try and attack here. Ooh, is this an explosion? It's a Nexus. Electromancer Nexus is adorable. Okay. So we have to hope they can't kill our Shalai. Even if they... Yeah. So now they just kill us in their extra turn, right? Because they have the Nexus. That is a big flying boy. Sure is. Niv Mizzet is terrifying, Imogen. I keep dying to Niv Mizzets. Common occurrence. Right. So we've decided Lava Coils are actually good here. I think I want to like trim some of the expensive angel stuff. No, that's so heartbreaking. Hate drafting the Niv Mizzet. Also, I did not mute my Discord, sorry. Watch as chat goes crazy. Play Militia. So I kind of just want to get some expensive stuff. Yeah, I think all our cheaper creatures are gonna get there on their own. With the Carnage Tyrants as top end. Like, I might even just want to cut another Shalai for another Lightning Strike just to make sure they can never stick an Electromancer. Give us more of a shot at double spelling as well. I think that's probably the case. I don't know, we have these bindings too. We have like so much removal already. I think this is fine. It's kind of awkward. The Blink of an Eye is really good against binding. This is a fine hand. Can kill an Electromancer. And then we got the Brontodon to apply some pressure. Brontodon's like pretty hard to kill too if they don't have a Lava Coil. Obviously we've got this long game as well. Ooh, perfect. Alright, we're pretty sad now if they play Electromancer, because it means we're like a bit torn about what to do with our turn 3. But having the Harpooner down is really nice. Awesome. That's kind of rude. Hey there, Phil. Good morning. Alright, we're only 2 turns away from a Carnage Tyrant. I have to imagine their blue-red interactive deck is poor at dealing with Carnage Tyrants. Alright, please land next turn. Come on. Wonder if they, like, baited us here. Because they had all the creatures in for game 2 that were really problematic. And now they've just, like, played none. Carnage Tyrant versus Niv Mizzet, the most interactive magic. Indeed. Ooh, that's the Phoenix. Enigma Drake. Luckily we're pretty well set to deal with that Enigma Drake. It's also not the most threatening thing in the world. I guess I start by trying to Lava Coil it. And then if they counter this, we can do the attack plus strike. I don't really want to use up my strike, because my strike can go face. Also because, like, then we expose the Brontodon to, like, a deal 2 or a deal 3 with the attack. Yeah, I cut off the audio because there was some noise outside, Pearl, which sounded fairly unpleasant. Been seeing so many main deck Cannonades, Clarions, and Golden Demisers. Yeah, the tokens deck is just, like, really gross. You kind of need that stuff to beat it sometimes. I wonder if I just want to fire off a Lightning Strike for sake of mana efficiency. That's probably fine. We've got, like, a backup. Hey! Dees. Dino Friend. Dino Friend has come to party. How do you deal with a Carnage? Oh my god, Marcus. Indeed. Alright, let's binding ourselves. An Enigma Drake here. Oh, you're flying to Norway in a few hours, Marcus? That's really exciting. I think you mentioned something about that, like visiting friends for a week. Safe travels with the Norwaying. I hope it is enjoyable. Do I just want to strike this, or do I want to save strike for face? I kind of want to cut them off some mana. Because, like, the Electromancer is really good with, like, Nexuses. If they have any. I think this is fine. Yeah, I don't think face matters either. And, like, they have 6 cards in hand, so, like, their main constraint at the moment is mana. Which the Electromancer really helps with. We have a Dino Friend. Dino Friend. I love my Dino Friend. My Dino Friend is great. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Good morning, Caius. I need to go grab like a dinosaur plushie for this stream. I'll be back in just a moment. Dino plushie located. This is the living embodiment of a Carnage Tyrant. all fear the Carnage Tyrant. Such carnage will be wreaked on this day. You expect to see Mew riding the dinosaur? Oh my god. I have to F6 again? God, this Nexus card's obnoxious. Who would play this card? Alright, I'll stop. I am glad to be joined by my dino friends today. Dino friends forever. Please don't have land Nexus. I think my opponent just conceded though. Alright. Carnage Tyrant has successfully beat Essence Scatter. Just exactly how standard always goes. Carnage Tyrant versus Essence Scatter. Classic battle. I don't know if this counts as a guest. Like, technically, he's been in this room for the past, like, 5 months, so listening to every stream. Alright, 1-0 with Naya Binder. Didn't get that much use out of the bindings in that matchup, but Carnage Tyrant beats down nicely. Alright, we will go first. This is fine. 2-drop with some removal. Need to draw more creatures, but very acceptable hand. Just going to play the Retreat first, because we don't actually have a Mountain or Plains in hand. And then the rest of our lands get to come in and untapped for the rest of the game. Llanowar Elves. Ooh, that's a great draw. Now we actually have a curve. This game is going awesomely so far. Another binding. I mean, can you ever have too many bindings against the Llanowar Elves deck? I kinda want to keep this. Is that ridiculous? I kind of want to keep this. Screw it. I'm in. Their permanents are gonna get so bound. It's gonna be wonderful. Just binding everything they play, no big deal. Yep. Sounds delightful. Just fire off this Jadelight. Thrashing Brontodon. I don't think I want that. Kinda want an Angel or something. Definitely don't want that. This game is over, question mark. I mean, running bindings is gonna be nice, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this Jadelight Ranger is getting so bound. Ooh. She's not bad against Ixalan's binding. But she's also currently in the graveyard. So we have that going for us. What is this? Oh, they have main deck Duress? That's so aggressive. That is so aggressive. And by aggressive, I mean exactly not aggressive. Pick one, anyone. Pick your poison. Hey, Westby. Good morning. Alright. Oh, this is going great. Obviously, if they have an Assassin's Trophy, they can get the Jadelight back, but... you hope appears another Duress and a Ferox. Oh my god. You're a horrible person sometimes, Marcus. This is a draw. Gosh. Putting those... You just cast the Duresses before you cast the Feroxes, Marcus. It's easy. No. Gross. Vraska's Contempt entered the revealed card zone. Alright. That's annoying, with our Vivien in hand. I think we're in trouble. Ooh, they milled the Contempt. We might have a chance. Just gonna trade my Jadelight, I assume. Feroxapody. Or something. Will they expect the first? I mean, they literally saw it. Yes. Literally, yes, they will. What? What is happening? Alright. Sure. Apparently we are losing everything. What happened this game? What happened? My heart is just shattered. My hopes and dreams. Am I just going Vivien plus? They have 4/5. They can just kill Vivien. You can put Vivien to 1, I guess. It's like kind of annoying. I could binding the Jadelight Ranger, rebinding it. 4/5. Yeah, I think I like Vivien plus. Then they're just gonna play another Jadelight and I'm gonna feel like a fool. But I'm just like worried, if we just Vivien plus, we just like Vivien dies to status, which is really annoying. Hey Hobart. Good morning. Like, their creatures are fairly mopey. The chances they can develop enough of a board to kill this Vivien aren't that high. Oh, whoa. I didn't realize you had access to all the emotes, Caius. I guess I give them the... Who called the Ferox? Who called the Ferox indeed? Thank you so much, Caius. I really appreciate the upgrade. That means a lot. That's like such a huge level of support. Like, they can just get the Ferox next turn if they really want it is the problem, and giving them a forest could let them cast another spell. They haven't played their land drop this turn. So I kind of almost want to give them the Ferox. Whatever. Have your stupid forest. Alright. So those are now the tier 2 and tier 3 emotes, because we do not have partnership. So this is the only way I can introduce new emotes until we're partnered. Have fun in Marcus, Norway. Have fun in Norway, Marcus. See you around again soon, I'm sure. Hope you get partnered before your next big modern streak. Whoa, how do we beat these cards? Their deck is... They are the wildest black-green deck. I guess I give them the Carnage Tyrant. And wonder how I ever beat it. Autumn 6 Rip. Oh my god. The white-black Dawn of Hope deck. It does not look terribly good. But I'd be interested in trying it out at some point, maybe. I would be surprised if that deck is particularly good, though. Alright, grab the Brontodon, I guess. I have to be careful how much they attack with. We have like a lethal board in play now. Now we have Hexproof from the Eldest Reborn with our Shalai. Quite rip. I don't really want them having more mana, but I guess. Can we just complain about how a dino friend has turned against us? Like, this is an outrage. I'm so upset at you right now. Hey Mike. Wow, we just lose literal everything? Cool. Yeah. I'm not convinced we can win anymore. They have this Eldest Reborn they can grab at any point. I'm pretty sure you don't have an elephant, Mike. Whatever. I am fairly convinced we cannot win this game anymore. That deck is so wild. How do you end up with Ferox in the same deck as Duress, Trophy, Cast Down, Contempt, Status, Statue, Karn, Eldest Reborn? How does this end up in the same deck? Genuine question. Maybe they forgot the ability. Yeah, it's just a 6/6 hexproof. So OP. This Karn has looked amazing, by the way. This Karn has looked really impressive. Well, we can cast this, and then they can Eldest Reborn us, and we feel sad, so. Alright, so. That deck goes big, which is kind of terrifying. I guess I want this other Vivien though. I probably want these Carnage Tyrants maybe? Question mark. I almost wonder if I just want Fight with Fires in this matchup. Like, I don't want the Clarions, right? Fight with Fire can like randomly kill a creature, but then if the game goes really long like that and they Assassin's Trophy us twice again, we can also just randomly kill them. It's like not terrible. Carnage Tyrant's really bad against Eldest Reborn. It's not great against the 6/6. So I don't think I want to board them all in. But I guess I can just bring in this one to like make up the numbers here. Alright, I will go first. I mean, I guess this is a keep. We got a 2-drop. Got plenty of red mana in the deck. I fully expect to die in about 9 turns with no red sources in play, by the way. That was part of the deal when I kept this hand. 100% dying in about 9 turns with no red sources in play. Alright, deal. You can have my lightning strike. I don't need it. I retract everything. Take back everything I said about red sources. Red sources are wonderful. That is part of how magic works, I'm afraid. Common occurrence in magic. I loved the, we did a Turbo Fog game yesterday where we drew 14 cards and found 2 lands, neither of which were the colour we didn't have access to already. We still ended up winning somehow, but it was distressing for quite a while. If you take back what you said about casting Integrity Intervention, is that a retraction helix? I'm gonna go with yes. I kind of want this. I think this is like a fine keep, honestly. Yeah. I don't really want to let them know about the red source, but like, I don't know, they could have something that randomly makes us discard in some way. Don't want to have to discard the fight with fire instead of the forest. Ooh, opponent seems dead right now. I guess they could have like a Ritual of Soot in hand, since they apparently have literal everything in their deck, but yes, you may contempt my Jadelight Ranger. That is acceptable. I accept your terms. I don't even have the 6th land yet. This is like fine though. If we find the 6th land, it's just like it locks us into doing nothing with our turn next turn. I guess we could still like fight with fire a creature. This is like fine. We've got the elf token that protects us from edicts really well too. I think I'm gonna ditch this though. Maybe this is incorrect. Just want to like be able to do something next turn, you know? Keep applying some pressure. Like if we don't draw a land for like 2 or 3 turns, then the Carnage Tyrant just looks really awkward. Sorry. Alright. Assassin's Trophy. Oh, that's wonderful. I guess I wish I kept the Carnage Tyrant now, huh? The extra mana is really nice with this fight with fire, though. Now if we flood it all, we can also pump the Thorn Lieutenant now too. Yeah, the shuffling in Arena is curious. I don't know exactly how it works, but this is a Tyrant. I mean, it just trades with our Lieutenant. It's not the end of the world. I guess they Memorial it back, but that's slow. Gives us time to get up to a fight with fire. I almost wonder if I want to get in my Brontodon hit too at the same time. Like, I could attack with both of these. If I attack with all three, they block here, but they take 5, 6, and go to 6. And then, like, if we draw running lands, they just die to this. It's kind of reasonable. I think I'd buy that. They get to eat my Brontodon for free, but it means that if we draw running lands, they just get fight with fired out of the game. Chupacabra on top. That's terrifying. They might be able to kill us pretty quickly here. They're gonna hit us for 7. Yep. So they kill my Lieutenant, and they kept a Chupacabra on top. So we know there's another one coming next turn. We'll still get to have one elf to block the Jadelight, so if we draw running lands, we still win this. That is also not terrible. I don't know, maybe it's not great. We kind of just need to answer this, right? We can deal with the Chupacabra, though. So now the Chupacabra on top of their library does nothing. So we have 2 chump blockers for the Jadelight. If we draw a Lyra, we get to double block the Carnage Tyrant. If we draw a Jadelight, we get to go Jadelight, dig for lands, and then the Jadelight can soak up damage off the Carnage Tyrant, so that could also potentially work here. We also have to be careful, like, we have lightning strikes in our deck. Alright, we take 7 here. Strange draw. I guess I could have fight with fired the Jadelight and attacked. That doesn't sound terribly appealing. No! Oh my god. I guess we could also fight with fire the Jadelight and try to set up the triple block on the Carnage Tyrant. That works too. Now we're kind of in trouble though. Yeah, it does sound much more appealing now because of the duress, for sure. We need a Lyra desperately. Binding. So I guess we have to use that here. Because otherwise they attack with all. And we can't take down the Carnage Tyrant in combat. So we need to get a creature off their side of the board, otherwise the attack with all just like puts us too far behind. So we know they kept Ferox. They can attack with all, just trade off our board with the Tyrant. And then like cross their fingers that Ferox plus Branchwalker gets there. It's interesting. They did keep the Ferox, right? So they're just like accepting the trade, I guess. I guess that attack plays well against Lyra, since Lyra can't single block this in an appealing fashion. Like, random bodies have some amount of worth here. But this isn't a very high impact card. I feel like if we keep this, we're just going to get ground out by the Arch of Orazca. So I just need to like dump this and hope to find a Lyra. Maybe? I can cast Shalai Pass. Yeah, you'd mill it. I think I'm gonna mill it. It's just like we cast Shalai Pass. Shalai blocks this. So like this doesn't attack. The Jadelight can chump this. Next turn we can go Shalai plus Branchwalker. Branchwalker can chump this. And then we represent a 2-turn clock in the air. So this like isn't terrible. Just because it gives us the chump blocker to have a 2-turn clock. Shalai double pump. We can't double pump. We only get 1 pump out of Shalai. Yeah, it gives me the Shalai pump, which is not terribly impactful because that just puts them to 1. Because I feel like when they attack, I just have to chump block, is the thing. I'm going to keep this on top. I'm not convinced it's actually good enough. But it does give us a plan. Because the plan gets to be chump the Ferox and attack with Shalai twice whilst we're chumping the Ferox. And we just like hope they don't draw removal. Hope they don't draw another threat this turn. Back in your day, when dinosaurs weren't printed on cards but were things you hunted for dinner. Oh my god. Alright, this is the plan. We're just going to go in on 2 Shalai attacks. And hope that's good enough. We die to removal. But like, some of the removal in their deck is turned off because of this binding on the Chupacabra. Obviously if they have another threat this turn, it's bad for us too, but... Ferox makes their removal more awkward. It doesn't really turn it off. They can still just pay mana to the Ferox to cast a removal spell. But it definitely makes their removal more awkward. Vivien. I mean... we're either dead or we aren't. That doesn't really change anything. So I'm not sure it really matters what we do with this. Oh, yeah, we put her in the graveyard now, right? Yeah, we put her in the graveyard. Because if they have something really weird, like... don't know. If they have something that can somehow only kill the Shalai, I don't know what that would even be. We can still draw Lightning Strike that way. I'm not sure what that card would even be, but I'm pretty sure what we draw next turn makes almost no difference. And drawing Lightning Strike is like the one exception I can think of. Harpooner, yeah, if they Harpooner us, then we want to be able to draw to Lightning Strike. That's a good shout, Lassie. Harpooner. Why the attack this turn? If the Shalai dies, we're dead either way, I think. So I think I like attacking this turn. It also plays better against like some random life gain. I don't know. Anyway, we got there. I almost want some Carnage Tyrants to trade with their Carnage Tyrants, because that was heckin' terrifying. Those Carnage Tyrants, yo. The games go like kind of long. It's actually a bit tempting. We can take out these Fight with Fires, maybe? I think these are kind of a pipe dream. Like, that game went really long and we were still, like, not on 9 mana. And I think the Terminate mode is pretty bad in this matchup. Yeah, I am surprised we won that. That was quite surprising to me. A Shalai and a Dream. Whoa! Whoa! What is this? Why are there 61 cards? I only just noticed. Oh my gosh. Misboarded? Quite possibly. Was it this way all along? We shall never know. I guess we could hypothetically check the VOD, but I'm just gonna say we shall never know. Playing around the game going too long, yep. Clearly. Probably because they want the land ratio to be 25. Oh my god. This is an autumn keep if I've ever seen one. We hit the green source and Branchwalker finds all our lands for us. We're on the draw. This matchup is slow. We literally have 18 rune sources in this deck, okay? We have a Branchwalker, which is basically a land drop. We have like 18 green sources. I would not advise actually keeping this hand. Were I not streaming, I would probably not keep this hand. But here we are. Temple Garden. Perfect draw. I'm ready to draw the third Clifftop Retreat, by the way. I am ready. It's gonna be beautiful. Hey! Skill game. Easy. Easiest game of my life. Easiest game. Was there ever any doubt? Was there ever any doubt in your heart that we would get there? They're missing land drops. Oh no, okay, they're hitting their land drops. They just have a bunch of land elves. Kinda scared about them tyranting us next turn. I think I just have to strike the Lieutenant. Like, they probably just have a bunch of removal on hand. So I'm just going to upkeep Strike Lieutenant. And then we're going to get Statist. And we're going to feel really stupid. Did not get Statist, thank God. Please don't Carnage Tyrant me. As long as they don't Carnage Tyrant us, I think we're in a decent position at the moment. I guess a Vraska would be similarly unbeatable. Alright. Chupacabra or Elvish Visionary. Deal. We do already have a Lyra. I guess more Lyras can't be too bad though. It's kind of tough. That deck seemed like kind of bigger than this in the other games. Like I don't think we'd even seen Thorn Lieutenant in their deck before. Like, this is the first game we've seen that Thorn Lieutenant, which is like what makes you really inclined to have Deafening Clarion. So that's like the one card that it's actually good against. The 61st card, indeed. Indeed. Alright, please don't have another removal spell. Let this angel be good enough. Just have a cast down somehow. Don't know why they would have used Contempt instead of cast down in that situation if that's the case, but you know, we can dream. Sometimes they have nothing. Jeez. Duress entered the revealed card zone. No Plague Crafter, oh my god. No! Alright. Lyra, you got some work to do, friend. So you can strike this. Play the Lyra. What a catastrophe. Oh my god. Oh my god, Caius. Jeez. Alright. No 4th removal spell, please. Come on. No 4th removal spell. Let this Lyra be good enough. That looks like an assassin's... Yeah. We're so close as well. We're so close this game. Like, strike this, but we go to a -1. Sadness. Yeah, Lyra's just a bit awkward against the Ravenous Chupacabra deck, alas. Like, obviously we still want them in our deck, because they help, like, erase their Carnage Tyrants and stuff, but... Alright, this hand is painful, but I'm gonna keep. Ooh, they're on a Menagerie build, most likely, if they have Supplier. But they also have Underrealm Lich, which I just haven't seen much of generally. Yeah, Chupacabra seems good against this deck anyway, agree. Interesting. I wonder if they have Molder Hulks. Supplier plus Glowspore could also mean Molder Hulk, maybe? Alright, draw our land. I'm actually pretty happy about that, because we want to block the Shaman anyway with our Branchwalker, most likely. Like, fuels their undergrowth, but also stops us dying. Two lands, what is it like? The double Elvish Visionary. What are we doing here? Brontodon or Ranger? If they have a Chupacabra, I'd rather be Rangering. I guess I'm just going to fire off the Ranger. Thorn Lieutenant. I actually don't hate that. We get to go Ripjaw into Double Spell this way. Yeah, this is fine. It's like kind of awkward because I really want to find an Ixalan's Binding in case they play like a Molder Hulk or something like that. But I think being able to Double Spell in a couple turns time sounds nice. Ripjaw plus Deafening Clarion is like kind of sweet. I agree this is probably just worse Golgari, but Ripjaw plus Deafening Clarion is delightful. So they got back Underrealm Lich. Jeez. That is a magic card. So if I attack, it just trades with Find Broker, which is not great. So I guess the board is just going to get gummed up here. Does Lich seem like a Mirror Breaker? I don't know. It's kind of expensive and slow, but it just gets hit by Vraska's Contempt. Guess I am casting my Lyra. Running it into their removal spell. That is true, that is true. They play like one main, two side quite often. So like pre-board they just don't have many contempts at all. That's very true. Lich is probably decent, honestly. Bye bye Jadelight. You will be missed. Wow, they have Necrotic Wounds in their deck? Jeez, commitment. Yeah, we could have Phoenixes in addition to Lyras. The problem then is your mana ends up pretty bad, I think. Yeah, black-green is very sweet. Alesha, I think black-green is just really good as well. We're definitely going to be playing some black-green, lots of black-green on the stream. We played a couple black-green lists yesterday, and they were both, like, fine. But I'm really excited to try out Jade's black-green list later today. Her list looks just, like, excellent. I really like that it doesn't play any of the bad 1-drops. So this wouldn't die. This doesn't actually do anything against this. This is, like, kind of a decent card, though. I don't know how I feel about this. I think I'm gonna bin this. I kind of want to find a binding. Even a Clarion isn't too bad. Ooh, Shalai is nice too. I like the sound of a Shalai a lot. And we can just cast our Brontodon. Next time we get to go Shalai plus Lieutenant. What is the sound of a Shalai? Is this a joke or something, Ty? What? Oh, a Shalai sounds kind of... Oh my god. Jeez. That took me way too long. What are these attacks? Am I gonna get got by something? Like, Necrotic Wound kills our stuff anyway, and they'd probably be killing our Lyra. What are these attacks? I am so confused. They have the -4, yeah, finality, yeah. I just figured that out. That took me a moment. So I don't want to block with the Ripjaw then, because I lose it to finality. Yeah, they want me to lose the Ripjaw. Well, that makes sense. So I'm just going to block with the Brontodon, and with nothing else, I guess. Yeah, it took me a moment. We have a bunch of X5s against the finality deck, which is nice. Jeez. Okay, they're just using Fine to return Plague, Crafter, Stitches Supplier. Oh, whoa. They're going deep. Ripjaw Raptor is a hell of a drug. It is certainly a magic card that was once printed. I will give it that much. I'm not sure I'd go as far as hell of a drug, but... Right, can hit them for 5. And then play our Shalai out and they're dead on board for next turn. So they have to like start interacting with our board. I could almost attack with the Ripjaw Raptor here, but I don't think I want to. Could also almost attack with the Brontodon, like trade off with a couple Jadelights. Clean up their board a bit. I'm gonna play this out. Finality doesn't even do much here anyway. Unless they find a Necrotic Wound. Then finality just ends the game, but you know. Journey is a cool card. It's kind of awkward in a World of Assassins trophy. Though, just like trophying the land. You maybe get 1 activation. My Shalai. So rude. I gather our Lyra is not long for this world either then. Getting back Chupacabra, Mortarhawk, yeah. This is where things start falling apart. Oh, the Fight with Fires, yeah, the Fight with Fires is sideboard. This Underarm Lich is kind of doing work here. The Deafening Clarion would be very decent. Jeez. You're not wrong. I just don't know when I can start even attacking. Maybe I could attack here with everything. Then they get to like block with the Chupacabra and Memorial it back though. It's not great for me. I think I'm just going to cast my Lyra for now. Next turn maybe we get a bit aggressive. I just don't want them to be able to like easily Chupacabra this Lyra. Oh my god, Journey your Fulminator, that's disgusting. I used to Birthing Pod away Bloodghasts into Fulminator Mages, that always made me really happy. Opponent is just trying to go over the top of the other black-green decks, I guess. Playing all these cards are like bad everywhere else, but like, I guess not terrible in the black-green mirrors. So I just attack with Lyra, bolt the Izoni. Put them to 5, force them to find an answer in their top 3. Guess that's the line. I can't afford to let the Chupacabra die in combat. So I'm just going to only attack in the air here. And I have to kill the Izoni, otherwise they can gain life with the sack ability. Bolt the bug. Bug lady, yep. Bug lady has been bolted. There she rests. I'd be kind of amazed if we actually win this game. We've just played like mopey creatures and they've been like assembling an engine. But I feel vaguely in this at the moment. Hey there, Napalm. Resolves. Lyra is just that. Yep, sometimes they just don't have enough Chupacabras to kill your Lyras. And then Baneslayer Angel gets there. I guess I sack the Brontodon? Or the Jadelight? I guess I sack the Jadelight. What is the top 4, Phil? I haven't actually been keeping up. I used to vote on every single one of those, but after a few weeks, I got a bit worn out of keeping up to date with it. Oh jeez, they just found back a Chupacabra. Yeah, they sacked the Chupacabra to their Playcrafter. That is brutal. Now we're in trouble. It's like a bit of trouble. What is this attack though? guess they want this to die, maybe? So they can, like... I don't know what's going on here. I guess they just missed the Thorn Lieutenant pump. Oh, 1 mana short of pumping the Thorn Lieutenant. Enough. 1 mana short. Right? 3, 4, 5. Anyway. Seems pretty good. This is a Deafening Clarion. Us winning this game would just be the most absurd thing. Oh, yeah, we're not there yet. We're definitely not there yet, I agree, but... So do we attack? I'm kind of worried that if we attack, they just block. Next turn they go sack Memorial, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can fine broker back something. So us attacking puts them in strike range though, which is nice. Yeah. Our opponent has a Zoni they can return to. That is also true. So we need to attack to put them in strike range. Cool. Not the worst. We might win this. I don't know. It's going to be tough. Azoni makes a lot of bugs. That is. So we need another Deafening Clarion, I guess. Or a strike. Oh, no! 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 I guess strike doesn't get that because of Azoni, but... Clarion would not have been terrible. Yeah, they're no longer in strike range, you're right, you're right. I think we can no longer win this though, sadly. They get to like get back a Chupacabra if they want, kill up Brontodon, start beating down. They can do anything they want really. All the options in the world. We can sack Brontodon to make them have 1,000,000 more tokens, we sure can. That is a thing they could do, Grave. Whoa, getting a raid from Squillet. Welcome to everyone joining us. We're playing some standard at the moment. We're currently doing a donation deck list with this Naya deck, and then afterwards we'll be playing lots of black-green, because black-green is great. Is there anything we can find here? I don't think there is, because of this Memorial getting back Chupacabra. It means like Lyra isn't a live card. Yeah. Yeah, they just get back their Chupacabra and kill the Lyra. If only our deck had Glory... Every deck needs Glorybringer. I dearly miss Glorybringer. Glorybringer made me really happy. Yeah, that does mean shout out. It is a command you can use that will like link to someone else's stream. I think I want these Carnage Tyrants. They like gum up the board nicely, so they can kind of deal with these, but Fight with Fire seems absurd. Lava Coil seems like it's probably an upgrade over Strike. Good night, sleep well. Thank you for the raid. You want the fourth Clarion too? You are weak and sleeping only 12 hours? That's so few hours. Sleep well. Yeah, maybe we do want the fourth Clarion. The Clarion was really good that game, right? I just like, what do we cut then? We can cut some strikes, because Lava Coils are just upgrades. By like a lot. Yeah, breaks can have that effect for sure. But I think the three best decks in Standard at the moment, probably Mono Red, Green White, and Black Green. Those are like the three decks we've tried that have felt any good. Nothing else has felt very impressive, honestly. I kind of want to just trim some stuff that dies to Clarion, if this is our plan here. Definitely trimming the lieutenants anyway. I don't know, I feel like the fourth Clarion is overkill. Obviously Clarion was really good that game, but I feel like the fourth one is overkill. We can just like rely on Binding and Lava Coil to stop them Chupacabra-ing down all our threats. That's true. It's really good with the Tyrants too. It's really hard for them to actually block down Tyrant if you Clarion their board, because all their creatures are so small. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant will probably be absurd. I think I agree with that assessment. Hey there, Amy. I'm gonna try out this. I could see bringing in the fourth Clarion once we see how this post-board configuration plays out. I think I want to try this out before bringing in the fourth. It's possible the fourth is overkill. I think the Fight with Fires will be pretty absurd too. That game just went so long, right? This doesn't have a green source. We have 18 in the deck. We have a Binding we can cast. I'm like not in love with this. If any of these was a green land, I'd snap keep. The problem is like the double green on these spells. If one of these was single green, I think I'd keep. But the fact they're double green means we're just so unlikely to draw like 2 green lands in quick succession. Yeah, the double green makes it sketchy. I agree with that completely. I kind of want to bottom this since we got the Clarion in hand already. I'm going to bottom this. Look for something more high impact. Like if the Branchwalker drew a land, we'd be really happy with it. But the fact that it could just like hit a spell and then be vulnerable to our Clarion makes it unexciting, I think. Alright, the old Cemetery into 1-drop. Double Cemetery over there. Heartbreaker's real. Shalai's a nice draw. Now we get to like kind of curve out. Obviously Plaguecraft is going to destroy us, but I guess that's the downside to getting rid of Branchwalker. Branchwalker, like, insulates us against a Plague Crafter nicely. Just naturally play lands till 2 fight with fire. Is that the plan, Lassie? It's kind of a plan. Alright. Jadelight. Set up perfectly against the Clarion. They have a Seeker Squire on top, which is not terribly threatening. You like this curve of X4s with Clarion? I'm pretty fond of it, Gaius. What did they see? Up the Squire, they see a Plague Crafter. Alright, they ditched it, thank God. Yeah, I'm relieved to see that. So we could just wipe their board, hit them for 6. Gain 6. I don't know. Burn everything? Yeah, just reset the world. It does trigger their supplier is the problem. For like a Molder Hulk. Oh my gosh, Amy! Thank you so much for upgrading your subscription. I really appreciate that. We have to do a modern stream at some point soon so we can break out the surgical emotes. I think I kind of want to hold off on this a bit longer. I think I can hold off on it a bit longer. We can do better. I don't want to, like, ramp them into Molder Hulks here. Yeah, they could walk into it more as well. Okay, that gets to sack the supplier. So now we Clarion, because then we get to kill Vraska for free. Yeah, they don't have a 1-drop here, so now we just get to take down Vraska easily. So this is great. We even have a Branchwalker, so now we have a Plague Crafter installation. This is just excellent. Yeah, we have a Lyra coming too. So they have to answer our Shalai and then answer our Lyra. We're looking in a pretty good state at the moment. Why did they tack something stupid like lifelink onto this board wipe? Oh my god. Necrotic wound, oh my gosh. Everything's falling apart. Alright, obviously we can't attack with the Branchwalker because we can't let it trade with the Chupacabra with this Memorial in play. Because otherwise they might not be able to deal with the Lyra. For all we know. Molder Hulk. The other thing is if we trade this with a Chupacabra, we expose ourselves to Plague Crafter too. Just like also a card I don't want to expose myself to. Vraska is actually really nice. It's gonna like soak up a lot of Lyra damage, slow our clock down a lot. It's not terrible. Huh. Is it bad I just want to Lava Coil this Chupacabra right now? That might be bad. I just like don't want them sacking it to Vraska and getting it back with the Memorial. Yeah, I think this is correct. This stops them recurring the Chupacabra in their next turn with Vraska plus Memorial. Yeah, it's possible they should have they should have sacked it in their previous turn, right? To play around us drawing something like a Lava Coil. Or an Ixalan's Binding. Jeez. Find Finality returns Carnage Tyrant Jadelight Ranger. They can't cast the Carnage Tyrant this turn, I think. That's still a very fast clock. It's kind of concerning. And even Izoni on top as well. I think we're probably losing this one. They're going way over the top of us. Yeah, Find Finality is just great. Find Finality is an amazing Magic card, for sure. Also doesn't help that we're hitting our 9th land drop on turn 9, but at least we can draw a Fight with Fire. Fight with Fire would, oh no, we need one more land. Sorry, we have missed one land drop. So we need one more land to flame their face. I think we just have to do this block. Hope to draw something that can block here. I mean, they have a Tyrant in hand, right? I guess we're just doing this. Give our Lyra some lifelink. Double lifelinking Lyra. Does that mean we gain 10? I hope that means we gain 10. They returned Playcraft to their hand, yeah. So now we lose the Lyra. So we need to draw really hot here. We need to like hit like multiple Ixalan's Bindings or something. Easy. Step 1. Step 1 of like 9. I don't know what the step is. I guess this is the step that we need them not to draw a land, otherwise they can Plaguecraft to this. How is Aurelia in this deck? Probably fine. I don't know. When the thing is, I wanted to do like part of the Boros Angels thing when I was told to brew this deck, but I didn't want to like completely copy Boros. Like the Ripjaw Raptor plus Clarion thing's been kind of nice for us, so. Yeah, these memorials have been incredible. They've been so impressive. Like, I'm actually kind of amazed at how good they've looked. It's a problem. I think we're now on 0 outs. The red one is the best. You see that the red memorial saw a very marginal, brief standard play at one point. Someone like top 32 to GP with 4 red memorial in their deck. It was great. They were playing like a ramp deck where the end game was what's the red enchantment called? They had the red enchantment where you target 4 things and then it starts picking off 1 per turn at random. Haphazard bombardment. Yeah, they were playing a ramp deck where the end game was haphazard bombardment, blink of an eye to reset your haphazard bombardments. And they also just had memorials to help with this plan. And they went like 11-4 and top 32 the GP or something. And apparently they lost all 4 rounds they played against red-black and won all 11 rounds where they played against not red-black. I can't remember how it actually won Alessia, but it was definitely a thing that people tried, apparently. You were sitting next to them, Ty? Oh my god. Were you, like, struggling to hold back laughter? I would be. That is an Autumn 6 delight, oh my god. It really is. You had a remarkably hard time holding back my laughter, yep. I would not cope. At all. Alright, let's go first here. Hand is fine. These Brontodons have not looked very good, I will admit. These Brontodons have looked like particularly 3-4 for free, with no text so far. Which is weird. Whenever I play Mono Red online, and someone casts a Brontodon against me, I just want to like curl up and cry, because a 3-4 is so hard to kill, and it like kills your frenzy later in the game too. But they've looked really unimpressive this league. The hidden text doesn't... yeah, that has been sweet. Not dying to Clarion has been sweet, for sure. Alright. What are they playing? Some weird, like, blue-red control deck or something? I think I'm just gonna, like, cast my things on curve. This is bad against Syncopate, but whatever. Blue-red Storm plays Opt. Oh my god. I mean, we could be against Blue-red Storm. I haven't played against the Storm deck. It looks sweet though. Lava Coil. Right. Blue-red deck, meet Ripjaw Raptor. I'm sure you'll be good friends. Yeah, this is probably just a control deck, if they have Coil, for sure. Probably a Drake's deck or something. Or some Niv Mizzet deck. Yeah, they didn't bounce this. They didn't have Blink of an Eye. Luckily we are well set up to deal with Niv Mizzet and Drakes. So we're not too scared of them casting creatures at the moment. We're mainly just scared of drawing lands. Alright, that's a draw 2. Yeah, we can activate Shalai. We have some Fight with Fires in the board as well. That is a Drake. Okay. Resolves. Hopefully they don't have a negate here. That would be sad. Otherwise we're going to get all their Drakes. I guess Disdainful Stroke would also work. Sick. Yeah, we have 2 Fight with Fires in the board that we can use excess lands on. We also have some Viviens that are like pretty good with hitting land drops, because you can just cast the spells you get off her more efficiently. I actually kind of want this. It makes either of our creatures lethal. Yeah, they'll have Blink of an Eye, that's true. They can bounce the binding. But, let me just, like, recast the binding. So it's not the end of the world. If they don't deal with this Raptor, they're gonna have to hold up counter magic for the rest of the game. I guess they could bounce binding, trade with Raptor. That would actually be pretty problematic. Right. If they tap out, they die. On that note, do we have anti-counter? No, that card rotated, yeah. It's also like not very good against Lightning Strike deck. It's a bit better against the Fatal Push decks, because you have to like try and revolt your Fatal Push to kill that card. But against the Lightning Strike deck, it just dies really easily. So strikes don't seem great. The Carnage Tyrants seem absurd. Wholly unreasonable. Clarion's a Garbo. We could bring in Knights for search, maybe. Like a lot of cards we kind of want. Lyra's pretty bad, she's just like expensive and slow. Lava Coil kills Drakes cleanly, which Lightning Strike doesn't do. Obviously Binding's not great with against Blink of an Eye either. We could trim another Binding. They're also just like kind of expensive. We have other things we can kill Niv Mizzet with anyway. Could even just like cut all the Bindings, just have the cheap removal so we can double spell. Play better against their counter magic. Seems fine. Alright. I'm actually gonna keep this. We have like 2 draw steps to hit a land that makes these come in untapped. Even if we don't, we have a 3rd draw step to actually hit our 3rd land, which is the more important thing. And the hand has like a nice curve if we do hit our land drops. It's obviously not perfect, but Sunpetal Grove. That way Sacred Foundry lets us cast Thorn Lieutenant. Alright. Sure. I'll take it. We're gonna be on the super draw this game, but I think it's fine. Sick. Kinda just want to run out my Brontodon. It's better against burn spells. Yes, this is good against burn spells too. Getting the free drop out of our hand is nice though, because the 2-drop can pair with other things for double spelling better later. So it's fine. Whatever we cast is just dying or getting countered anyway. Doesn't really matter too much. Right, they have Lava Coil, this means. Oh, they just have a Drake to block, jeez. I really wish I had a Binding right now. Binding would be great here. Like, I guess I'm just casting my Shalai. Obviously this Vivien is never resolving to kill the Drake. Should probably get in my attack too. They're like 100% blocking, so then it's just a clean 2-for-1 for them, even if we have a lightning strike, but it's also just a completely free attack. Yeah, wow. They're just taking it. That's amazing for us. Look at me remembering my free attacks for once in my life. Since when do I bluff attack? Just like never. Our opponent's in for a bad time here. Shoot down their Drake, kill their Rao. Oh, what am I doing? Why did I just assumed they would have plussed their Rao. I am stupid. It was like, of course Rao's on 6 loyalty. Why wouldn't he be? Alright. Both teams played hard. Plus our Vivien, grab our Branchwalker. Swing with my Shalai. I kind of want to hold back the Brontodon to block this, I guess. It doesn't really matter too much either way. I guess they probably aren't blocking this. I'm going to have down other creatures to block. They've already shown like a lot of reticence to throw their creatures into the realm of a lightning strike. Right. I kinda want to go Lieutenant into Ripjaw. Ripjaw plays worse into a counterspell, but I also just want to use my mana efficiently. We don't need to hit our land drop this turn because we've already played it, so I'm not too worried about running out the Branchwalker. Even if they have a... I guess they have a Niv Mizzet, they can like ping our Vivien with the Bird Illusion. To stop her killing Niv. Okay. Shalai down. That is not a bad draw at all. Yeah, there are burbs now. There are a lot of burbs. What do I want here? I kind of want the Jadelight Ranger, almost. I don't think I'm going to take the land. I think I'm going to keep grabbing spells. And then just swing with my whole team. Like, they don't really have anything resembling good blocks here. So if I run out the Jadelight first, I can hit an untapped land for Shalai, and even if I brick, I can play Branchwalker, which is still fine. Shalai number 3, I guess. I guess that's acceptable? I don't know. Just like, keep playing mopey creatures. And hope we out-mope our opponent. These Ripjaws have been kind of nice against these blue-red decks. It's just like really hard to ever remove them cleanly, since they're resistant to Lava Coils as well as like being good against damage removal. I almost wonder if I just want to blow up a bird here with Vivien. I can't be that far off that being correct with like the lightning strike in hand. Blue-red having literal nothing is big game, you mean? Blue-red having literal 0 good cards. That was maybe an aggressive statement. Star of Extinction. Oh my god, Star of Extinction would destroy us. Alright. I'm okay with these blocks. Opponent has conceded. Cool. We're now 2-2. Let's get this 3-2. Get this 3-2 on the road. Getting a 3-2 out of a sketchy donation deck brew is the dream. Honestly, this hasn't felt like completely awful. I guess the two decks... I guess we've beaten the 2 blue-red decks just because of, like, Ripjaw Raptor and Carnage Tyrant. And we've lost to the 2 green-black decks because of Chupacabra, basically. Am I planning some more Modern next week? Yeah, I think I'm going to do some Modern next week. I'm definitely going to do 1 day of Modern, at least, maybe 2. Because I need to lock in my Modern deck for GP Atlanta by the time GP Leo happens. Because I'm going to be borrowing a bunch of cards off a friend at GP Leo for Atlanta. So I need to decide whether I'm playing Tron or Blue-White Control. So I'll probably do a Modern stream next week where I'm just playing both of those decks. Because I can figure out which deck I'd prefer to play. You can play Tron and Blue-White Control simultaneously. This is true. This is true. This is not great. Try to break Frenzy in Modern. Oh my god. If only, if only. This might be a mulligan, honestly. I don't know. We're on the play. We can just accept we're starting the game on turn 4 and we need to hit 2 lands. Mulling to 5 is just such a bad place to be. I'm going to keep this. We're going to hit 2 land drops and it's going to be great. We do not do that here, shop. We do not. I refuse to mulligan. That is technically a land drop. I guess I can't put that to the bottom. Obviously some slight issues with it. But you know, maybe you'll get a 4-drop into play on turn 5, maybe. Maybe. Blue-white obs. I'm leaning towards blue-white, but we'll see. See what the practice yields. Check lands are great. 12 check land mana bases are not ideal. This is certainly true. Also, both our losses were to Memorial to Folly, so this is scary. Untapped land. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Salt, salt, salt. Hey, that's actually pretty decent. Reclaim your soul from Tron. But Tron is so wonderful. Tron makes me so happy. Do you not want me to be happy, Amy? Blue-white is probably better than Tron though, being realistic. Set Autumn up for a plug. Are there any UK events happening while you're in Atlanta? Say on November the 3rd. Well, Phil, you see, my sponsor, Axion Now, are holding the Mega Modern event somewhere where you can win flights for you and a friend to any GP of your choice. Was that good enough, Phil? Did I live up to your plug request? I guess they get to double block the Lieutenant, but then they don't get to block the Jadelight. This is so tedious. Memorial to Folly Chupacabra are so good. Like, this has looked like such an impressive interaction. I guess we have the binding for this. How do I feel about this deck overall? It's fine. I wish we'd faced like a more diverse number of decks. It feels like it really struggles against Ravenous Chupacabra, which is not terribly surprising. But the deck is certainly like very reasonable. I've been pretty impressed with Ripjaw Raptor, honestly, with Deafening Clarion. And like in general, this card has looked pretty decent. Which is surprising. Because it was not a card that was considered anywhere close to playable. But it's actually looked pretty nice. Hey there, Rock. Hey, Stream Team. They got back the Fine Broker. They're on the grind plan. Oh my god. Yep. Yeah, today's going pretty well, Rock. Today is going quite reasonably. Okay, they have a Chupacabra in their hand, so that's not great. I guess I'm running my Shalai into the maw of the Chupacabra. And we can binding the Chupacabra. And then like in about 4 turns we can start attacking our opponent. The black-green decks just look so good. You have so much inevitability, right? You set up like these recursion engines your opponent just can't beat reasonably. It's really impressive. Deafening Clarion. So what do we do against that Chupacabra? Do we just like run our Ripjaw into it so that our flyers survive? Guess that's the plan. I feel like I'm not sold on like the Necrotic Wound plus Stitches Supplier plan. Like, Necrotic Wounds looked really impressive when you have the Stitches Supplier, but when you don't have the Stitches Supplier I feel like it's kind of awkward some amount of the time. See ya, Amy. I'm glad you like the new emotes so much. Thank you so much for upgrading your sub. It means a lot. Have a nice day. I've heard that apparently Silent Gravestone is legit against this deck. I've seen some people playing some Silent Gravestones and heard some good things. So I could see Silent Gravestone being a good way to go. Especially if you're playing a control deck, you probably just need Gravestones in your board, otherwise you're going to get ground out by the Memorial loops. Yeah, they get to Fine Broker back their Memorial here. It's so good. Oh, they're getting back the Molder Hulk for the Memorial. Okay, okay, so they get a 6/6 as well. Suspect we are not winning this one. Kind of want to try out a build like that deck is almost more like combo mid-range. It's like so synergistic, especially with like the Molder Hulks too. Once you're playing Stitches Supplier Molder Hulk, you have a plan. Yeah, I don't know, Herbert. Maybe Mortarhawk is reasonable. I thought it looked kind of bad, but like in that game it was obviously amazing. Do what we were doing earlier. The Clarion's not bad against a Zoni, so I think I'm going to keep them in. We were like cutting the Lieutenants and some Branchwalkers, I think, just to go really big. It's kind of awkward. Going really big, you just like struggle against Chupacabra loops, but we've got coils and bindings to try and break that up. This is fine. The recursion land is Memorial to Folly. Oh, they have the supplier. Gets their engine going. They only milled one creature though. And they've like removed a find finality from their deck, which is decent for us. Our hand is really good too. We have like binding into Vivien into Carnage Tyrant is such a strong curve against them. We kind of need a Clarion at some point to like help the Tyrant break through, but I think I'm gonna graveyard this. I want to find a land drop more than anything. Ooh, I'm gonna keep the second Tyrant though. We can use these to find more lands if need be. I just think we want as many Tyrants as possible. Hey, cheese. Alright, I guess I should have played the Jadelight first, if I'm just doing this anyway. I'm probably not binding their Jadelight. That seems like kind of a waste. Yeah, if I hit a shock land, I feel pretty embarrassed for not running this out first, but definitely put that in the yard. Just want to hit lands. Ooh. This is so good with the Carnage Tyrants. This is like really setting up for the long game. Almost they have Mortarhawks as well. I think I just need to find my land drops, sadly. You playing Journey to Eternity as a 2-of? That's probably worse than the Memorial. Journey to Eternity seems fine, honestly, but Memorial just seemed like complete absurdity. I'm just gonna plus Vivien and pass the turn here so that they can't, like, attacking just like exposes our Vivien. Maybe we could attack first to like force some bodies to trade off. I guess that wouldn't be terrible. I just kind of don't want to like fuel their undergrowth by attacking into the supplier either. Alright, I think this turn I can Tyrant. Right? So like I can attack with both to get bodies off their board and then Tyrant them. And then I have binding for the Mortarhawk. So I can clear the way for my Tyrant nicely too. Yeah, binding just holds all the loops together for sure. Okay, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4. So Mortarhawk is still 5 mana. So it uses up their whole turn, then it gets bound, and they take 11. So that's actually fine for us, if they have a Molderhawk here. Yeah, this is okay. So it uses up their whole turn, right? Guess maybe they get to play a 2-drop. Hey there, Prodigy. Right, yeah, I just want to Binding this. And then get a nice clean attack. And they're going to struggle to stabilize against these Carnage Tyrants in time. Rawr. No! No! Oh my god. My heart is breaking. That is such a good Reclamation Sage. Yeah, that Rex Sage is a really good tie. I guess I just have to start flying over and hope they don't have removal. Like, I can't break through on the ground anymore because of this loop. Like, they just get to trade off with Carnage Tyrants all day long because of the loop. Alright, they returned Izoni with their second Fine Broker. So that's also a problem. That deck is awesome, jeez. What am I doing here? Guess I just have to, like, Jadelight plus Tyrant. Jadelight hit land drop, play Tyrant. This is the sort of thing that could get us back in, this is the problem. Potentially. I kind of have to keep the Lyra. Yeah, I think I have to keep this Lyra on top. Alright, the stream should be back up now. For everyone. Hopefully it is. Awesome. So I guess the plan now is just to, like, try and keep their board at bay long enough for this Lyra to get them. They do have an Izoni, so they're gonna get to draw a bunch of cards is the problem. I guess we're just making... Oh, they're just trying to take down Vivien? That's, like, kind of okay with me. I almost don't want to block the supplier, because I don't want them to draw into a Chupacabra. So I could just like make these blocks. Eat up like some of their board. Just depending what's in their hand. Yeah, they're gonna Izoni, so they're gonna have blockers for a Tyrant, right? But we could draw a Deafening Clarion now to deal some damage. That is a good finality, jeez. That is a disgusting finality. We walked right into that, yeah. We walked right into that shop. Sorry about all the noise, by the way. Hopefully it isn't too annoying. I think they're doing some stuff on the roof today. Fixing up the roof slightly. They should actually shut up in within the next hour or so. Because of, they normally stop before parents get home with their kids. Yeah, Necrotic Wound being 1 mana exile Lyra is just dumb. Jeez, that league was pretty split. We had 2 matches against Blue-Red where we felt like we could never lose, and then 3 matches against Black-Green where they just, ground us into dust. So which deck was it? So this was the donation deck we played. So these sort of decks just feel like they struggle against Chupacabra. The Red-White Angels deck is probably exactly the same in terms of just you just have a bunch of 4 and 5 mana creatures with no ETBs that run head first into Chupacabra, which is really awkward. I was pretty impressed with Ripjaw Raptor against the blue-red decks. This felt like a nightmare for any heavily red decks. Heavy red decks. I also felt I kind of wanted to play against mono-red at some point with this. Between Brontodons, Ripjaws, Clarions, Lyras. I think that sort of matchup could be pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know what I'd change. I don't know how you deal with the black-green matchup is the main problem. I don't know how you you can't outgrind them realistically, I think. I don't think there's any way to do that because their answers are so versatile. So I'm not sure what sort of threat you're looking at to go through them. The Vivien was okay, but... Anyway. That was pretty enjoyable.